Hello there everybody, my name is Derailious, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be going over the mares in Hypixel Skyblock, and let's be real here, Aatrox is definitely going to win this one. But before we get into that, I want to say thank you guys for all the support recently, it means a ton. Please make sure that if you're new here to like and subscribe down below, as we are now on the road to YouTube rank, and without any further ado, let's get right into the video. As we have done so many times before, we'll be heading into the community center. As you can see, both city projects have been released, so we are waiting on new ones, and Mayor Cole is currently here with all 3 perks. Make sure to participate in the mining fiesta if you haven't already, and take advantage of the other 2 perks, notably prospection. Going into the election room, there are 5 candidates, as per usual, but only one of them has any relevance this time around, and his name is Aatrox. For the sake of just talking about it though, we'll go over the rest of the candidates. Foxy has only 1 perk, Diaz has 2 of their 2 total perks, Paul has 1 perk and a pretty good one, and Diana only has 1 perk and not the mythological ritual. Aatrox has all 3 perks as you can see, Pathfinder granting rare drops 20% more often, Slayer XP buff granting us 25% more Slayer XP, and halved pricing, which is, really amazing. I am excited to vote for Aatrox, I think you should too. He's honestly the best candidate, and there's a lot of reasons why. Heading over to the Bartender's Brewery now, there are a lot of items that need to be talked about when it comes to things that you should be looking out for when this mayor arrives. And honestly, I think the best place to start is the Revenant Horror due to Revenant Horror Tier 5 coming out recently. Looking at the boss leveling rewards, we could see that at level 7, there's an entire set of armor which I think is absolutely needed if you want to be able to do this boss easily. Notably because of the perk, Trolling the Reaper. The full set bonus for this is insane, granting you 100 defense against zombies, dealing 200% damage to all zombies, but you only deal 1% damage to all other mobs. This armor is really amazing for running the Revenant Horror Tier 5, and I really like it so far as I've been using it. The crafting recipe for it is made with a lot of enchanted diamond blocks and drops from the zombie slayer itself, but you have to understand, the price likely isn't going to drop too far with this mayor active because a lot of it is based on the enchanted diamond block price, and as you can see, it's likely not going to budge. I could see it falling a little bit because I could see the enchanted diamonds maybe dropping a little bit because of increased demand. Maybe some people are, setting up diamond minions during this mayor to try to get more overall out of it, but we'll see. I highly doubt it, and I don't think the price will drop too much on these pieces of gear. They are already very expensive, so if you're an endgame player, make sure you pick them up, and if you're not, I don't necessarily recommend it. Something I definitely recommend everyone have is a Reaper Falchion. These things are relatively cheap now, they don't go for more than 4 mil. Make sure you get your hands on one of these. As you can see, you need a Revenant Catalyst and a Revived Heart, which is made of a Crystallized Heart and a bunch of Zombie Hearts. The Crystallized Heart is just a normal Zombie Heart with a bunch of enchanted diamonds around it, and a Zombie Heart is just a bunch of enchanted rotten flesh. So a lot of recipes there as you could see, but you end up making the Reaper Falchion with it. You obviously also need the Revenant Falchion, which isn't really too hard to craft. It's just an undead sword, an undead catalyst, and 1 crystallized heart. So yeah, overall not that crazy. And I really recommend it. Really solid against zombies. And if you look at Zombie Slayer level 8, there is an upgraded variant of it, the Axe of the Shredded, which allows you to deal 250% damage to zombies, already have a legendary sword as the weapon of choice. You receive 25% less damage from zombies when held. It has the item ability Throw, which on release was so powerful it could one-shot Necron, but now it has been significantly nerfed. But it is still really amazing against zombies. To make it, you need 4 shards of the Shredded, 4 stacks of Revenant Viscera, and a Reaper Falchion. That is not really that hard to obtain, at least the Reaper Falchion isn't. The rest of it is pretty difficult, notably the shards of the Shredded, as each one of them currently sells for 15 mil, and is a super rare drop. As well as this, there's the Warden Helmet, which as you can see is an incredibly strong item. It gives you 300 HP and 100 defense, and has a really strong item ability to boot. Brute Force halves your speed, but grants you 10% base weapon damage for every 25 speed you sacrifice. Basically, if you're using a Black Cat and have 500 base speed, you are going to be sacrificing 250 of it, but you're also going to be granted double base weapon damage, which is insane, and will make you way stronger than just doubling your damage. Due to the way stacking works in this game, you will be doing close to 3.5 times the damage, and that's insane. As you can see, it costs 2 stacks of enchanted iron blocks, 2 revived hearts, which as I said are pretty annoying to craft, and a Warden Heart, which is a super rare drop from Zombie Slayer level 8 or higher, and it comes directly from the Atoned Horror, so it's just another RNGesus drop. Overall, in terms of the Zombie Slayer items, a lot of them are really amazing. I recommend checking them out, and I recommend getting your hands on them if you are able to, because god, they are amazing. In terms of Spider Slayer, there isn't really too much here that's super useful. I would make the argument that Flycatchers aren't really that bad anymore, and Scorpion Foil is okay, but in my opinion, it's not necessarily the best. The Survivor Cube is great as it's a talisman, and who doesn't love talismans? Spider Artifact, once again, talisman, who doesn't want that? And the Mosquito Bow is kind of eh at this point. Finally, going over Sven's, we can see that at level 7 you get the Hunter Ring, Hunter Talisman, and the Overflux Power Orb unlock. The Overflux Power Orb is pretty cool overall. I think it's a great item, but once again, it's kind of past its time. I don't really think it has much of a use outside of just a novelty of it. And the helmet of the pack, as well as the rest of the armor of the pack, isn't really that great. The Pooch Sword is pretty solid, and this item is pretty cheap now, as you can see. On the AH, it sells for about like 1.5 to 2 mil, and honestly, I just recommend picking that up if you are interested in actually running Sven's. Mastiff Armor is also pretty cheap now. You can get a full set for 2 mil. Consider picking that up when the event starts, because honestly, the prices of these items are only going to keep falling, and I really recommend that you get your hands on the good items before the event ends. Overall, I don't have too much extras to say. With a lot of the stuff from Rev Tier 5 still being relatively new in a lot of people's minds, I don't think we're going to be craving any new Slayer content for at least a little while, but I hope that the next city projects are new Slayers, and that they're able to get them out a little bit quicker than they were able to get out Rev Tier 5, because let's be real, I don't want to wait another 4 months for Sven Tier 5 or Taaara Tier 5. Overall though, really excited about the future of all that. I think Slayers are a good addition to the game overall. I think that a new total Slayer, like an entirely different mob, would be cool in the near future. Something like an Enderman would be really sick, but overall I don't really think it's going to be happening anytime soon. On that note though, my name is Derailious. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end. Please make sure to like and subscribe if you are new here, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.